Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti. I think we'll start off with our Channel 7 weather report. As you can see the way we're dressed. Bushfires in Queensland, bushfires in New South Wales because it's so hot and dry, poor buggers, and we're shivering.
I've still got my polo shirt on from last week, Darren. But
you haven't taken it off?
Another 4 layers on, another 4 layers on top of it. It's quite warm when we did it at Dan's last week, but
mate,
this week we're at Ballarat Racetrack.
Oh my God, only in Melbourne, Victoria, Ballarat, shocking. Anyway, we've had quite a few runners over the last week, and we've got a few to get through coming up.
So, dozen to talk, 10 to talk about.
Where do we roll back to?
Well, we'll roll back to, well, it was 4 last Saturday. Now we'll go from worst to best.
Worst to best,
Worst
right?
results to best. So it's probably a dead eat for worst result, but we'll go to Caulfield, Caninci Abstract, a bit better out and trip, but what was the overall wash up? Ran 6th.
He's gone to the paddock.
Yep.
He will never return to Victoria again. He was on the wrong leg the whole way around Caulfield. James McDonald just said, I don't know what you've done to this horse, but he's not the same horse I won on in Sydney. He said he never got around Caulfield, getting back to Sydney. So he's gone to the paddock. It's been a disaster, this prep.
Yep.
So back to Sydney in the paddock and be set for the autumn and try it out over a mile.
Certainly seen that he had ability up north.
Yeah, disappointing. I suppose sometimes that can happen with these colts. Got their minds on a few other things in the spring, but yeah, just got on the wrong leg and was useless.
Yep. All right, so we'll
useless.
We'll give him 3 or 4 months to think about it.
We won't be talking about him for a while.
I say, go home and think about it, will you? Lake Titicaca, Bendigo, second up. I stood up halfway down the straight, sort of travelled into it, but then didn't find much late.
God, threw the bloody head around.
Yeah.
She was hopeless. Yeah. I mean, she ran okay. Chow was happy enough with it, but she doesn't help herself. She's getting her head up and left and right, and the poor old jockey didn't know whether to pull the left or right rein. She was just all over the joint, but to get as close as she did was okay. Just needs to get out in trip, and I reckon he just needs to run a 5 laps and take the wind out of her. But she's a head case. These American Pharaohs are all like that. They're hot.
I see a couple of potential races on the home track, so we might just...
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time flattening her anywhere
no,
either.
I was going to say, just travel a couple.
She's going to win a couple for the lads, but yeah, she's just her own worst enemy.
Yep. Now to the 2 big results. One could have been huge.
We had a very busy 9 minutes, Pete.
Yeah, could have been an absolute fill up on the multis. Got a little bit.
Yeah,
place into a win.
Yeah,
place into,
right.
That was the one we sort of suggested.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, I did too, but I did
For
have...
once I seen the little meter on my phone account clicked in the positive direction.
It's like
playing, what is it, the pokies? You know, when you press and you get a win and it goes click, click, click.
I had one
on the TAB app it does that now. Have you noticed?
Yes, I have noticed that.
Right?
Actually,
little pokey machine trick.
I had a bit of a heart attack there with mine because you got pending bets will stay there, so you've got 1, 2 or 3. But when my pending bet dropped off, but me dollar thing took 5 seconds, and I'm shaking the phone anyway. And eventually,
I suppose when you're 220 grand, you'd be nervous.
No, it was just enough to get through the day. So yeah, so Detonator Jack. Look, he looked like he was going to get there. Then you thought, oh, he might run 3rd, and in the end, it was a split inch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was an inch, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he ran 3rd watching it on the big screen there at
I thought the actually outside also got close to winning it, but it actually ran 3rd.
Yeah, a few of the owners were on course. They all thought they'd won.
Yeah, right.
And the trainer up there thought they'd won on course from the angle. But to me, it looked like he ran 3rd, and I was glad he got 2nd because
190,000.
And that inch cost us about another 300.
More? Oh, yeah.
So it was about 500 of the winner. So anyway, look, the horse is back in form. He certainly bounced through that last run. Maybe the trip up there took it out of him a bit. He was a bit flat.
I reckon too, it was a high-class pressure race, that 1400. And,
he was at his top the whole way. Vulnerable late.
Well ridden. He was actually well ridden.
Was well ridden because the gap opened.
Yeah, but that's what you've got to hope.
If it doesn't open,
but we ended up in barrier 1 again.
I know. What,
because we're scratching.
The gap didn't open.
Well,
when he went up the fence, I went, oh, here we go.
You can't jump the rail, so I suppose you've got to wait, don't you? Anyway, It's like winning footy, isn't it? Everyone gets a rap when you win a game by a point. You lose by a point and half the team get knocked on the head.
So I think everyone was pretty happy with the run and the result.
We go into that final now.
Yeah, we get a run in the final. His rating went from a 93 to a 98.
Jesus.
So we've been trying to get his rating up to 100 for ages, and it just hasn't worked out. But
what happened if he won? He would have got 10 points.
I think it was just relative to who won the rating.
Yeah.
So, and who he beat. So, look, I'm happy his rating's gone up because that probably guarantees him a race in the final in 3 weeks over 1,800. And I'm actually excited about him going to 1,800. I'm unexcited about the fact that the final's at Rose Hill.
Yeah, that's a bit of it.
So we need to draw 7 or 8 or somewhere. We don't need to be drawing one there. We'll probably draw 38.
Visitors barrier. No,
well, he's permanent now. He's a New South Wales boy now.
The positive is
they just race for so much money. It's ridiculous.
In good form.
190 grand for running second on a Saturday and not even a group race.
Pop-up races, restricted horses, basically. Like, you know.
No wonder they're all targeting them, Pete.
Yeah. Anyway, we got one that can go there. It's probably good luck us if we can get a result.
It's worked out well.
Yep. The highlight of the day. Grab hold of something sitting in the boot.
Here we go. Have a look at this. This is about the first thing we've won for ages.
Oh.
No, they weren't allowed to put a beer in it. I'll tell you the story in a minute.
Whole litre.
Yeah, that's a beautiful cup, isn't it?
Yep, a Vodka Cup.
Your Vodka Cup, Cracker Jack Prince got the job done on Saturday.
Yep.
At 5 o'clock.
Yes, 9 minutes after Detonator Jack just got bloused.
Yeah, so, gee, I thought we were going to get bloused.
The other way around?
No, that's right. Yeah, I thought we were going to get bloused 2 in a row, but he got pushed really wide on the corner. Yeah, it's just lucky that he was probably better than him.
I think Anna had a bit of momentum because you could lose it. Yeah.
And then that second horse flew up the inside.
Well, I thought,
wouldn't want to be 10 metres
further.
further.
100 out will win by a neck half length, and then and it flew. I think I still reckon he rallied a bit. He heard the horse.
Yeah, well, that was one of those Tiaco horses, and it flew home, didn't it?
Dynastic or something.
Yeah, it flew home. So, look, it was great, and there was some very excited owners up there.
Seen the photos? Seen you on the track with the cup?
Yeah,
and the jockey?
Yeah, ended up doing all that crap there. I like Will Gordon's. We were there for about 10 minutes doing all these poses they make you do.
Yeah.
And he goes, Darren, let's get blip out of here. I said, mate, you can ride, but geez, you're tall.
Yeah, typical jump jockey build.
Taller than me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he
nice kid.
Been a very good flat rider, and I think he rode one of Lindsay, right your name, when it won at Coleraine. So
he said, where's that horse going now? I said, probably to Geelong. He goes, no, I won't get a gig there.
he's a bit better than a jump jockey flat rider.
Best rider there. Yeah, no, it was a good day, Avoca. First time I've been there in a long time. It was a great day.
Yeah, big crowd.
Oh, it was a good crowd and a young crowd.
Yep.
And
you wouldn't have got better
a
weather.
drunk crowd and a sunburned crowd.
Compared to the weather we've had this 5 days preceding, it's...
now, you'll notice this cup's in mint condition.
Yeah, not a beer been put in it.
Now, there was a few blokes that tried to tip a few... Someone had a dribble in it. But, yeah, one of the young owners there, Hayden, from out Wallace Way, Gordon, he was... had possession of the cup, and his mates were saying, we're going to fill it up with beer, and he was saying, no.
No, he was good.
It's got to go back to Archie in pristine condition.
It's a good old-fashioned style cup.
Proper cup.
Yeah.
Not those the boys out at St Arnaud actually make them.
Oh, right,
Yeah, I think it's Reezy Silversmith antique dealer at St Arnaud.
Reggie Ditch and some.
Yep, so he machined it up and made it. So
anyway,
so that's under auction at the moment. It's up to $1,200.
I noticed it's up to $1,200.
I reckon Hayden's going to get it. No one's going to beat him. He wants it for his bedroom.
Keen for it.
He's keen. He's got plenty of money. He had a good bet on the books.
If he misses out,
he was standing there holding the cup, playing with it, not letting the boys touch it. And we got to the last race and it was running one, and the bloke said to him, Hayden, did you back that horse? He said, yeah, I backed it on the books. I said, have you collected? He goes, no. And he said, well, the last race over, the books will be gone. Wow, the cup went down and he was gone. I reckon he ran 220 seconds flat and come back with a fistful of 50s.
Ooh, fistful. It's funny, I talked to a few people, quite surprised at the price you could have got. Like
$3.
$2.50 to $3.
$3,
good price about that.
Well, they backed a few, didn't they?
Yeah, there was a couple there they liked.
Henry's Wise, they
ran second and third.
Yeah, they backed Henry's and they backed the Tiaco horse.
Yep.
I think that just proves Tiaco are pretty good, and you just got to respect their horses wherever you see them.
And you can't just go to Avoca for a
Can't
kill
go
anymore.
anywhere, mate. Can't go anywhere for a kill.
So that was good, Crackerjack Prince.
Great.
And we
Great for
might,
Archie.
we might auction another cup in about 2 weeks' time. Bland Cup, your cup.
Oh, Liz's Cup.
Your Liz's Cup. You haven't won a Bland Cup, have you?
No, I haven't had a runner. Did we?
Well,
Oh, no, I think we had a runner with
did once.
that Lucky on Barefoot ran
That's right, did too. Yeah.
years ago. So, anyway, it just works out that he's 79 and that's a 0 to 78.
Yeah, well, gets his go.
He's in top, you'll end up top weight, and
Okay.
old Hasseltoft might go there for a spin around as well.
He carried 59 the other day, so I can't see about
What will he get there?
He'll get 60, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably, if he's that's his...
Well,
Oh,
when-
60 and a half, maybe.
Well, we're not claiming.
No, Luke.
No one can claim and ride.
Well, can't. Well, he actually might get a go, you know, because they'll be in town, won't they? Is that Derby Day?
What are you saying? All the good riders will be in town?
Yeah, it does. A bit like Avoca, all the others will be in town.
He might get a go.
Yeah.
Depends where Declan is, I suppose.
Oh, that's a poor. He could be in town too. Sunday, which was the meeting that was meant to be at Narracourt on Friday. And it might as well beat on Friday. If she started Friday, she might have won.
She's home.
Rock and roll diva.
She's retired. Well, not retired, but she's online.
No more rocking and rolling.
We won't be rocking or rolling
Will
with
she
the
be a
diva.
diva?
Disappointing, but
Last.
yeah, just it's messy to watch.
Less said, best.
Wide,
Less said,
never
best.
in it. Just hasn't got it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So it has to go.
Bye-bye.
Just hope someone bids.
Another cup. You went to Geelong Cup yesterday. Would have been nice and warm
Freezing,
down there.
mate. Oh my
The
god.
weather was following you.
It was crazy down there. It was wet and it was cold, and the crowd, there was no crowd.
Poor, was it?
Oh well, they'd obviously all gone.
Well, they would have
but-
went there underdressed.
Yeah, they went underdressed, and there was girls there crying and shivering and blue and
Tattooed.
ringing their parents to come and pick them up. Didn't want to wait for the bus. And,
Tattoos, white sunglasses.
oh mate, it was
Geelong.
no, I didn't see any tattoos, but because they were blue, they sort of blended in.
Blended in. Well, we had Hasseltoft kick off, ran last, but it was another trial. Put it
Yeah,
down to.
pretty much. The wet truck got him. First up, 1500 on a heavy. It's probably more like 1600.
Zara, so they sort of went
hard,
slow,
then they
went,
stopped and
then
took
went
off.
again.
Then
Yeah.
he just knocked
What
up
do you say?
200
Gassed out at the 150. So.
Yeah, he just knocked up, and he's never any good first up. And he's never any good on the wet, and that's why he was 25 to 1 at the jump.
What'd you say? You reckon these trainers would get it right?
Well, I think I might have said, is he really saying the trainer didn't have a fit enough?
It was good to get Mark Zara on. Caulfield Cup.
I'll
winning.
tell you what, we congratulated him, and he's in for a chat.
Yep.
And I know you don't like him, but he's a nice player.
A bit of tennis going on here. One over the net, one back. He,
No, he's a nice bloke. He's
did he
on for a
look
real
like a
chat.
bloke that was 50,000 short than what he should have?
Break even.
No, he got 150. First $3 million,
Yeah.
5% that's 150, so they just took 50.
Yeah, plus he loses.
His missus took the other 100,
And plus his manager probably took 20.
so he's 20 down.
So I don't know if they all lose or just him. Does the manager only get the net? 5% of the net or 5% of the
You'd be
total?
hating to pay him the net, wouldn't you? He was saying, it was not my fault you hit it 9 times.
He said to me, it's pretty hard to get in these colours. I said, yeah, well, you don't go more than 40, 50 Ks out of Melbourne, so...
This will be a great question, because he has ridden for us in the past, but not often. Find who those horses are over the last 10 years.
I couldn't name one of them. I couldn't.
There's some homework for all our listeners. I can remember, because I can remember holding the phone up. Mark, how'd we go? And I've
No
got
good.
no idea. I know you'd find out.
Oh, you have to go back through the results.
They're all up on the website now too.
Oh, God.
Website's working again.
Finally. Right, so where do we go now?
Well, we're going
we
to
got one in the
watch
last
a
here.
race here at Ballarat in about 35 minutes.
It'll run last, will it?
Serious statement. They've got a label of McAvoy's as a special. I think they've already had 2 or 3 winners, haven't they?
I thought Archie's was in there.
Oh, is it?
Hot Zell, the one we found at the trials at Treem.
Oh, right. Well,
Don't you remember?
is it in, is it?
It's a favourite.
I brought
Or
10,
second
I brought
favourite.
10 bucks with me.
10 envelopes. 10 envelopes, that's code
I
for.
only get lunch money, $10 every
10
2
envelopes,
days.
I reckon. Hot Zell,
Well, Arizona, not Arizona, Sunset Dreaming or something.
Sunset Dream and McAvoy's, yeah, they're both hot favourites. It's a pretty strong race,
We've
actually.
drawn nice.
Yeah, well, we're freshening up.
Yeah,
Back to 1200. Blood's all right. Looks good.
track looks like it's playing even.
Today tells us whether we go on or we go to the paddock.
Righto. Well,
So we're not here to win. We're here for an assessment.
so after this bit, we'll either have a bit of winning footage or I'll just put unplaced.
We're here. Well, the trainer thinks we can win.
When doesn't Saab think, hey, you had a winner the other day, Saab? Well,
I think we're here for assessment.
right. What mental assessment, some of us. Righto, so that's serious
So good luck
statement.
to
So-
serious statement, but
and
look, she's here to run her best.
She's in the Fillies race, obviously.
Is this wet, this
Fillies
track?
events. Didn't get bugger all rain overnight.
Gee, it rained all day.
Maybe
huh?
a 5.
Yeah, well, anyway, we're just going to have a look at it today.
Right, I'll finish off with a couple of Stokesies horses. He won the cup yesterday with a 15-year-old, didn't he? How old was that thing? 10?
I did see him down at Geelong. He was more
Mate.
surprised than anyone else. He thought, he goes, I don't know why I was coming here, but I'm glad I did.
ATI horse, had his peaky blindness. Jeez, we're going to have to beat this bloke.
Let's go.
2 Bay Shore, tomorrow night, first up, Moonee Valley.
7 runners,
Yep.
850, midfield.
Right. Navy Girl, following day, Yarra Glen.
Online after this.
Is he going to lead?
No,
Right,
he's going to try and go back to last. That'll be interesting.
right.
And then more than likely going online.
Next Wednesday, Dandy Man trialled up good the other day.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit worried about that trainer now.
Yeah, so
Nick talks them up, trials them up.
Hasseltoft trial well too.
So I don't know.
And Arthurian Princess next Thursday at Waterville.
2,000 metres.
She tried like she needed 8 laps, so she going to 2,000 metres first up.
Probably need the run.
Yep.
Now, 2 things I want to say.
Well, yeah.
You go on.
No, I was just saying competition time.
Yeah, two things I want to say. Unfortunately, we lost one of the owners in Crackerjack Prince last week, which was really sad, so I didn't get to see the Evoca Cup win. So condolences to Glenn's family up there in Queensland, and he's a close friend of Alan Brown, so that was really sad, but you know what? I think he was kicking this horse home on Saturday, Pete.
Absolutely, yep.
And I want to send out some get well messages to a very good friend of ours at ATB. Had a very, very bad accident on Saturday and he's in ICU as we speak. David Dunstan. So I know Karen and Lee are going through a really tough time at the moment with him, and just shows you that farming's a very dangerous game. So
No good at all.
David, I know you won't be watching, but Karen and Lee will pass this on. Please get well, and you're a strong, tough bugger, so hopefully you can make a full recovery, mate. But our thoughts are with the whole family.
Absolutely, all the best guys. Yep.
Yeah, now the comp.
Who are you going to hit up first? Someone put an entry in that no horse wasn't running.
How can you put a horse in the Caulfield Cup that's not in the field?
Who was it? Might be worth
Fiona
following.
Wilson.
Oh no.
Fiona. Really?
So she's out.
4 people got the winner without a fight.
Yeah. I think I thought a lot of people should have scored heavily.
Yeah, there's a lot of points.
Yeah, Gold Trip third and
Westwind
blows second.
Yeah. So this week we go to the Cox Plate. So after Cox Plate, we'll put up a summary and just see where we are as we're leading the Melbourne Cup. There's, I don't know, 30 or 40 playing.
Yeah. What do you reckon of Cox Plate? I reckon all the old ones that have been booted out the window are going to show up. Mr. Brightside, Alligator Blood and Gold Trip.
Yeah. Look, Gold Trip I'm worried about. He had a really hard run.
Yeah.
Brightside I've been with all year. Alligator Blood just keeps defying him.
Drawn 3 and 5, those two. They're going to be there. Perfect.
Whether you like David Gately or not, he said he thinks the 3-year-olds are down a rating point or 2 on the normal one. So, and I think the Hong Kong horse will run well.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's wrap up, because they're racing here at Geelong and we're in the next.
We'll listen to Terry Bailey stuff up another call.
Till next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morgani. Enjoy your Cox Plate weekend.